Hey, what's going on, y'all? We back with another episode of AndIStandOnItPodcast. We got a lot of the regulars back on the show here tonight. What's up with that boy Real Holla, man? How you doing tonight?
Yo, what up? What's good? You already know it's over here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been so relaxed in my life. I ain't got that New York City anxiety right now. You know what I mean? I'm
Rally
just,
round,
Yeah.
just relaxed. I'm just chilling.
rally
Hey, man, before
round.
we get started on this, before I make the other rounds, I see you popped out. I see you doing your food thing, man. You getting the plates off, man. Everybody that's in Sacramento, I posted up on my stories. Y'all hit them up, DM for y'all plate. I see you doing this thing, man.
Yeah. About to get the food shit going. You know what I mean? So tell a friend in the 916. Hit me up.
That's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
hey, Ben said hit him up. First off, fuck
Ah,
your
here you
plates.
go.
Why did
No,
I
I
say
just had to.
that? Why did I have
You
to say
said
a pop reference? My bad.
Yeah.
it, I didn't.
There you go. What's up, man? Now we over to that boy 80 West. What's good with it, man?
Oh man, another one, man. We all, man.
What's up,
What's up?
Wes? Hey, when you gonna teach these white girls how to throw it up?
Hey man, I seen you had them on there too, man. They was looking like they was a little, they was a little
You
bit
say the tongue?
challenged. They was looking like they was a little physically challenged, but they hey, they get to eat though. Hey, they eat for everything. Hey, that boy had him in goddamn Star Trek. They was in there doing this like they was on Star Trek.
Hell nah. Hey, 80 man. So I know you been putting out the new music. I keep seeing something dropping. Damn near seeing like every week now. So what you got going on with that?
Man, look, man, I'm finna drop a new project every month. But for the rest of the year, man, I'm dropping something on their ass, man. I got a whole catalog, man. I just been in the lab, man. I got a lot of shit boiling and cooking right now, man. But I'm finna give them a hell of a woo wop, man. To end the year out, man. So every month this year, I'm gonna be dropping a new project, man. Make sure y'all get on it, whatever y'all listen to, whether it's Spotify, Apple Music, or whatnot. Make sure y'all tap in. Everything is 80 West Presents. It's gonna be real live, man. I got a lot of different shit, man. I got some shit it's gonna wake them up, man. It's gonna wake them up this year. It's gonna be a real good year, man. And shout out to everybody that's been fucking with it too. I be checking them analytics, boy. Y'all really be fucking with it tough, man. I'm talking about from Seattle to Oklahoma. It's man. Everybody, man, has been showing love and showing support, man. Even out the country and shit too. I got a lot of out the shit happening out the country and shit. Switzerland, India, all type of shit, man. So it's been a lot of support, man. That online shit get real, man. So I appreciate everybody who tapped in and support.
That's what's up. Got that boy Cornell, man. Now I know you ain't doing no music, you ain't cooking no food. You banning against the food right now. I know you on your health tip right now. The boy said he dropping weight fast, man. You know what I'm saying? Boy,
Yeah, I
look
gotta
at
get
him.
my
He doing his thing.
I gotta get my big sexy on, man. By the end of the summer, man. You understand me?
I feel it. Hey, the nigga had me feeling bad, 80, when you was offline. I had told the nigga, man, he need to get one of Michael Jordan Haynes shirts where the collar stay up on his neck. But he said, nigga, I lost weight. That's why my collarbone's showing now, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
So he said he ain't bought his shirt too big. He just losing weight now. You feel me? So that's what's up.
Hey, the key thing about it is really that time though. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
it
saying?
is.
Don't do it now, you're gonna lose it. You know what I'm saying? So I've
Uh,
been on like too as far as getting back on that
No,
workout.
I honestly doing it for health reasons, though. I'm 58 years old, man, and I
Yeah.
ain't getting no younger. So then I got a lot of different health problems. So it's just time for me to really get serious with it.
Well, hats off,
that's what's,
and congratulations on your journey, brother.
Yeah.
that's what's up. And then last but not least, man, we got that boy Reflection, man. He focusing on the health tip too. He been doing that for the last couple of months. He been out on that strip, y'all. Y'all can find him out there. Been out there consistently, constantly posting. Went viral recently with over 1 million views, man, just in a couple of days.
He been out there.
I
Man,
see the
look,
white people love him. They walking up to him, but they
Papa,
want to take pictures. They
And
dancing. They trying to throw up West Side, but it looked like the peace sign. I don't know
hey,
what they doing.
all guys know for Pac, man. That nigga was a legend. So who else will do it better than a nigga ignorant and arrogant as me, as foolish as me? And I'm in the gym for arrogant reasons. I'm not in the gym for health reasons. So fuck it.
Nigga be out there for real. My nephew hit me up like, man, I see bro out here, man. My nephew.
Yo, I'm real quick. I'm glad you brought that up because I said, shit. I'm glad I pulled back on beef for the West because you could have came out here and snuffed the nigga, and that nigga was like, he was right there. I was like, that West for real, for real. He was like, yeah. I was like, shit.
Hey,
You gotta be careful how you move.
hey, Neff the bodybuilding in the squat like
No, I could.
and that nigga squat Fabian. That nigga Fabi squat like 800. I'm telling you, that little nigga boy, he the strongest. He was the strongest nigga in the country.
Yeah, I could tell. I could tell. I'm glad you forgave anything I've said to you on this podcast. Thank you for that.
Oh Lord. Hey y'all, man, we gonna go ahead and dive into it, man. The topic today is we're gonna discuss about is important and how important it is for kids to see that their fathers receive love too. You know, we go all out for the Mother's Day. That's a big thing, especially in the West, man. And I mean the West by country wise. You know, the Father's Day that get kind of swept under the rug. Christmas, you know, it's all about the mama
Majorly.
still, the kids, not really so much the father. We get to Valentine's Day, it's all about that woman again. It ain't too much about that man.
Yeah.
It's about him really opening his wallet to take her out, the flowers, the candy, the present, all the shit, man. You know, we hear a lot of stuff nowadays too about how we need to treat women. We're supposed to be raising our sons up to treat women with respect and this and that. But I think a lot of times we forget how important it is for our sons to know how they should be treated too, and the respect that they should receive from a woman. Also, we forget that we need to show our daughters that how to treat a man too. This shit go both ways. It's not all about a man doing everything for you and this man in the background and not receiving that same love, man. Because I do know that when you love or give attention to any man, that make every man feel like they can conquer everything, walk out that door, feel like he can take over the world, and make a man actually want to go harder, provide for the family, man, protect the family, whatever he need to do. And if it ain't no family involved, even just a man he could just be your boyfriend or a nigga you dating and make him want to go 10 times harder, man. But I
Yeah.
just want to get y'all opinion on the topic, man. And if y'all got any experience in this, or what are y'all thoughts on this, bro? I'm gonna start with you, 80.
Well, man, I think you hit it right on the head, man. From the beginning, you know, we always taught women, how to handle women, what we need to do as a man, and the whole nine. But I don't think women are ever really taught how to treat a man. That's something that's not really put into the script, and therefore it's more geared and catered towards how we treat. You see what I'm saying? Another good example, since I have a lot of boys, my boys shit like this, man, go hang around her family. Go see what her family, go see how her family get down. See how that mom, that dad, there's a man in the house. You see what I'm saying? See how the stepdad get treated. And that'll tell you a lot about, you know what I'm saying, what you're getting yourself into. And especially for men, we carry the bar. We try to carry the bar sometimes. We carry the envelope sometimes further than we need to. We take a lot on trying to keep families intact and trying to be there for our kids or whatnot. And that's the example that we exposing our kids. So if they see pops dealing with all type of bullshit in order to keep the family together, that's likely gonna be. So it's important that we let, especially these young men. You know what I'm saying? We gotta let these young men know. I always tell my boys, you know, you deal with who treats you right. I don't care what color she is, what culture she from, and all that shit don't matter. You fuck with who treats you right. You know what I mean? And a lot of these women grew up without no dad in the house, so they didn't get to see nobody get taught, and vice versa too. You know what I mean? I knew I didn't grow up seeing a man how to treat a woman. I had to learn that. If you really want to get in a relationship, you're gonna have to learn those things. But it's something that's not being taught. It's not taught on the woman's perspective. It's not taught on the woman's side. The only exposure a woman really gonna get to that is if she grew up in a house with a 2-parent household and she's seen how her mother, you know, treats her father. That's gonna be the biggest example that she gets. So I'll tell the young boys, you know what I'm saying, look at that. If you can get an option, look at that. Go to the family barbecue, go to the family dinner, and you'll learn a lot. from that situation right there.
Yeah, that's what's up. I'm gonna go to you, Rail. I know Rail don't have any kids or whatnot, but just even on maybe on his upbringing, on the situation, or maybe if you dated someone with a kid, man, and or things you might have seen can be family related, bro. Like, what have you seen as far as like how women are treating men, and especially ones with kids and whatnot? Like, you think it's getting instilled into them kids' head on how to treat a man, or have you just seen it all one sided, where it's all about how you treat that woman?
So I think what happens is I think it goes back to the men, like regardless, like my father, me growing up, my father when he was with my my first stepmother, it was during my prime years of learning, right? Of learning like because they was together. I was from when I was 7 to 14, right? And in that time, you know, they had their issues and they went through their stuff. But the one thing that I could say is that my father demanded respect. So regardless what she was doing, even though she did some bullshit sometimes, my father still got respect, especially even from her side of the family, her sisters, her brothers. Like my father had the respect because he demand respect, So I think it also plays a part in the man as well as how you move as a man, right? I think that if you move a certain way as a man, regardless what somebody says, even as kids get older, they can see they can see who's the wrong parent, who's the right parent, or who's the parent that's the problem. Not even wrong parent, right? Who's the parent that's the problem, right? And once you see who's the parent that's the problem, you start learning as a kid, you start learning like, wait, even though moms said XYZ about Pops, but Pops is a stand-up dude. Moms be tripping. You know what I'm saying? So I think with my upbringing, I got to see, and my father raised all his kids. My father took custody of all his kids. So that was the other thing too. My respect for women, actually, my respect for women, that shit don't even come from my mother. It come from my father. And seeing my father take care of my grandmother, seeing my father instilled certain things in me, even though his relationships weren't the greatest, because he was married 3 times. And in those relationships, they wasn't the greatest, but the one thing I can say that he still had respect. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it goes back to how the man moves, right? Sometimes it ain't just about how he's loved. It's also about how he's respected. And I think sometimes if they see a man being respected, you ain't got no choice. But no matter if y'all don't like each other, no matter if y'all get along, she respects him though. You know what I'm saying? They may not love each other, they may not like each other, but a kid can see like, yeah, you don't like him, like you ain't disrespect. I see you may come out your mouth a little bit, but you know you can't go past a certain point with him. You know what I'm saying? I think
Yeah.
I think it's about I think it's about just seeing a man demanding that respect.
Yeah. Well, reflection, man. What's your opinion on it, man? I know you got the daughter there, and I know it's probably
Yeah,
gonna be important because this gonna line with what you got going on with the daughter
it's
that you
perfect.
raising. So,
Yeah,
how you feel
I'm
about
the
it?
poster child. I'm definitely the poster child for it. I've been raising this seed that's not mine since she was 2.5. Since she was 2.5, she rejected me to the fullest. She manipulated the situation between her mother, myself, her grandmother. So she aligned everybody against me. So I really had to play her game until I got everything in my corner. So I did it the righteous way. I showed her how I treated her mother. So I started showing her, hey, I'm not that regular guy, or I'm not that guy your mother left. So I started making sure I was righteous with her mother because I know she was watching me. So as a man, I had a difficulty because I had a lot of people to try to adjust myself to. So I had to adjust myself to her grandmother because her grandmother wasn't familiar with her daughter around a guy like me, which was righteous, move right, had a job, 9 to 5, paying bills. So I had to convince her grandmother I wasn't here to mess up the spectrum that she had. And then I had to convince her mother, you giving me the allowance to play her father, and now I got to show you gave it to the right person. So I had a lot of dynamics going on, but I feel the advantage I have that most men don't have is I had finances. And I feel like what fails a lot of us men is, for one, we don't understand the seriousness of having a child. I'm not all of us, but a lot of men don't understand the seriousness of what you have to bring to the table to have a child. It has nothing to do with the woman you're with. Once you know you got a woman pregnant, the gloves are off. You really got to start making this race to take care of this kid, to be here for this kid, to watch over this kid to the fullest. But I feel as men, we also got to understand kids are never going to love us the way they love everybody else, especially the mother. They're never going to love us. So once we accept that fact, then we can start getting what we feel we can achieve. And how I did it was I made sure that I never failed them. And I made sure I never failed their mother, because if I failed them and I failed their mother, then I'm working backwards. So I made sure I always was successful with their mother. And then that way I built their confidence in me. So I became the leadership of the house, and that's who they attached themselves to. Now, the curse to that is, as a man, you're going to be diluted from your day-to-day life because you're the breadwinner. So now you're going to be gone from the house more, and guess who's going to be at the house around the kids more? The mom is. So now you got to figure out a way how to make up for that time. So I figured out a way how to work overtime and make up for the time with my kids. So I put more time in with my kids than I did with anything else that I was involved in. So I feel like as men, bottom line, we really got to understand, once you have a child or you're raising a child that somebody that a relationship brought into it, you really got to go at it like you're trying to win a war. You're trying to win a battle. And with me, I hate losing. I never indulged in losing. So I feel like I understood the loss that I would take if my kids didn't love me the way they love their mother. Last but not least, my 12-year-old, and she's into this grown stage now. Her hormones done kicked in. But when we're out in public, she still reaches for my hand. I don't reach for hers, but she reaches for mine. So that shows me I've given her that comfort as a female. Same thing with my 8-year-old. I'm sitting on the couch, she come downstairs. She don't just sit on the couch, she wants to sit next to me on the couch. So I'm a daddy's girl. But it's only because of the work I put in. So we got to put in that work with our kids if we want that love back. We have to. We can't blame the mother. And we know how mothers can be manipulative. We know how the court system. We can't blame those variables. We have to blame ourselves because we have to put in the work. And if we have to, sometimes we have to do it double time. So my advice to all men, if you have a child, you got to put in overtime if you expect to get that love from that child.
All right, that's what's up.
That's real.
What up, Chris, man? Welcome to the show, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go to Snaps, man. You know what I mean, and get Snap opinion about the topic, bro, and what his experience is.
Well, I got 4 kids. I got 3 daughters, and my son is a baby. First thing first is that I had to learn, and it literally took over 20 years, but I had to learn about generational curses. And what I mean by that is the things that I saw as a kid and as a teenager when it came to men wasn't something that I was supposed to bring into fatherhood. And I tried hard not to do it because my father, he was a player. My uncle, he was a player. Every damn man that I ran into that was an adult was a player. So I try to bring something different and be there for my kids and stay in my kids' life and be with my wife and all of that. But I didn't account for the things that basically was instilled in me, the things that I try to do different. I had a conversation with my wife, with my daughter tonight. And my daughter say, I'm old school. She say, I think old school and that I'm sexist. And maybe I am, I am sexist. I am old school because I feel like the things that these kids see today, the things that these girls see today, is not keeping them with the man. It's not keeping them with the right man. It's not allowing them to build a foundation with the right man. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
It does.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense.
it ain't no structure being taught.
And so she looks at me, my daughter loves me to death. My oldest daughter, she loves me to death. All my daughters love me, but I think that what they don't understand is that it is a difference between a man and a woman. Some shit that I'm allowing my son to do, I ain't gonna allow my daughters to do. Simple as that. I mean, and she don't understand that. And so, like I was saying, as far as generational curses, I've always been there, but
You know what you're doing.
I didn't always show them the full extent on how a man should always treat a woman, because I always felt like I'm the boss. You do what the fuck I say. That's it. I'm gonna work. Shut the fuck up. And then a lot of rebellion came from that. And so I guess with me dealing with those generational curses and trying to navigate through those various things, it hurt them in their relationship today.
Hey, I don't mean to cut you off on this, but I got a question for each one of y'all, and I just want y'all opinion on this, and if y'all think this even matters. If you have let's say you have a young lady that comes from, let's say, a single parent home from her mom. So I think somebody mentioned at the very beginning, well, a lot of times these girls, they aren't seeing a mom show love to a man because there was no man in the household, so they don't know how to go about that and how to do it.
Yeah.
Do you think it's even wise? Let's say you have a son that come from a 2-parent household. Do you think those two would even match? Or do you think that's lining it up for failure?
You could still
Wait. Can you say that? You blanked out. Can you say that part again, the last part?
Yeah, if you got a son that come from a 2-parent household, so he might have seen how the mom treated the father. Maybe the mom respected the father, show love to the father, this and that. So he come from a household like that. And then as he becoming his own as an adult, and maybe let's say he get with a girl, young lady that come from a single parent household when there was no man in the house. So she never seen a woman treat a man any kind of way. Do you think they're aligned to be with each other?
I feel there's no excuse because a woman can't get pregnant without the man. So whoever injected that seed, that means there's a male involved. Whether they're still together or not, that man still has an opportunity to show that female girl how to treat a woman. Whether him and his girl is getting along or not, he has an opportunity to say, you know what, me and your mother might not be together, but I'm still going to show you how a man, which you're going to meet one day, should treat this situation. So
Wait, hold
I don't think
on,
there's
Pac.
Okay.
I think you
Wait
went
a
left
minute.
on that. That wasn't the question because
Yeah.
now you keep going back to how to treat a woman,
Shit,
and
what?
this man got to prove himself to this girl.
I
The
don't
topic
think,
is:
no to the
are we
kid,
raising
to the
these little
child.
girls to respect men? Who's showing little girls when they get older how to respect men?
And this is the thing with that. Okay. When it's two parents in a home, first of all, both parents have to be on the same page.
yeah,
If both parents if both parents are not on the same page, and like I said, generational curses. That's why I'm really like really hung up on that, because that plays a big part in the upbringing of your kids. Because if both parents are dealing with generational curses, a lot of times that stigma is being pushed onto those kids. So that means that those two parents are really not on the same page. And if they're not on the same page, it's a tug of war. And if it's a tug of war, then the kids are confused, or the kids are going to go with who's more lenient than the other. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, from my own experience, I don't agree with that only because my father wasn't more lenient. My father was more the disciplinary. But like I said, I think it goes back to the matter of respect. Even though he didn't have a good relationship with my mother, he didn't have a good relationship with my first stepmother, he didn't have a good relationship with my second stepmother. But and even his third wife, he never married my mother. But with all four women, I can tell you this right now: everybody got love and respect for my father because of the respect they have for him. So regardless what any of these women said, regardless, even their kids, like my first stepmother, he raised my sister from one. My brother was six. And then they had my baby sister. Everybody respects my father. Her kid, the wife after that, even though they didn't have a good relationship, her kids was still hitting my father up after they divorced. The last relationship, same thing. All the kids all respected my father, even though the relationships wasn't great. They still respected him and showed him love and respect, regardless of the relationship with the women.
Let me ask y'all this then. So if we talk about respect, because so we have a separation. Like, okay, you could be respected, and some men still don't get affection in the house. Some
Right.
people can respect the man, like, no, not to do this, don't do that, that. We respect him. But some kids might grow up never seen mom even go walk over, go out her way to go kiss dad good morning. Hey, baby, I made your coffee, your breakfast. Hope you have a good day before you go to work. Kiss them goodbye. So it could be affection too that the kids don't see. So they can lack that when they become older and they get in their own relationship.
A lot,
But a man, but men are not deemed
a lot.
sensitive creatures, so they're
Well,
not going to
that's
gravitate
not
to
true
us that way.
either. That's not
That
true. Okay, I'm gonna talk about myself then. My biggest downfall with anybody I dated, they would say that I didn't show affection to the woman I was with, right? Yeah, I come from a two-parent household. Yeah, respected my dad and this and that, and everybody in the household did. But I didn't really see a lot of the loving, the touching, the kissing, the all this and that between my parents. Yeah, they liked each other. They just wasn't affectionate people like that. So I found myself growing up, and maybe I picked up that trait that
yeah.
I don't do. Like I don't do all that public shit. I don't do a lot. Not I don't do all walking around we holding hands and kissing. And I don't do none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And
Ain't
that could come from coming from
I,
a house
I,
where I
ain't
didn't really see a lot of it.
nothing wrong with that, man. Get your britches out
No,
your
ain't
ass.
nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying that I
Get
didn't come from it.
your ass, nigga.
So just by nature,
Nah,
I
Picked it up, yeah.
I'm just
you
when
know
fucking.
what I
me, when
mean?
me, with me, my dad was Ike Turner on my mom. There was not in the latter end of their separation. There was not a day I didn't wake up to an argument. There was not a day that I didn't wake up to my dad almost putting giving my mom one of those backhand slaps. Like there was not a day, even when a shotgun was bought in the house, I felt like he was gonna shoot all of us. So I grew up with that, but it never deflected um the respect that I gave to my mom, the respect I gave to my sisters. And when I left the house and I started fighting myself, my own self, and how I treated women, I always went to romantic. So maybe I'm just weird like that, but all of that chaos that I saw my father was doing never affected the romanticism that I gave to a woman.
A lot of times what we exposed to, we either gravitate to, or if it was something that hurt us or traumatized us, we go the exact opposite way from it.
Right, right.
Depending on what you were exposed to has a lot to do with how you raise your kids. I was raised in a strict household. I was raised old school. So that's how I raised my kids. Strict household, strict rules and a strict shit. And a lot of that come from what we was brought up. Now there was other things that I was exposed to that I was brought up that I refused to be that way with my kids. My kids, I always my kids is 6'3". My son now, this nigga 26 years old, nigga 6'3", and I still grab them niggas and get them niggas a kiss on their cheek or on their forehead, nigga, like they still little kids, nigga. Like that. That's what it is. But a lot of times we didn't. Our era didn't come from that. I didn't come from an era where the older men were showed affection. They showed that they love you by making sure the bills was paid. They showed that they love that food to eat. They wasn't a whole lot of I love yous and I tell my kids I love them every single motherfucking day. Anytime I talk to my kids will tell you that I tell them I love them every conversation, because that's just the relationship that we have. I feel that that's super important. We everything don't be peaches and cream. We bump heads and shit, but ain't nobody gonna ever come between us. I ain't gonna let nobody else bump heads with. Ain't gonna let nobody fuck with their pops. That's a real relationship. It's gonna be like that at times. You know what I'm saying? But like we was talking about the respect thing. As long as the respect is always there and the value and understanding is always there, it's gonna be what it's supposed to be. Unfortunately,
you're not gonna get respect without the love, Wes. You're not gonna get respect. You're not gonna respect is not ahead of the love. The love got to come first.
Absolutely.
The love has to come first. So it always have to do. But a lot of times it's hard for us men to show that type of love, because we so caught up with trying to get the respect that we forget sometimes we have to succumb to showing how to love, like, and we have to be the leadership of that. You're not going to get respect without the love. You can't. It's like oil and water; it don't mix. I as a man, I always gave the love, even when it didn't love me back. I still gave it. I still gave the love.
But look, you got to remember.
Well, I guess I'm different from that then, because, like, I want some fucking respect first, okay? Like I got to get my respect fucking first.
Joe Jackson,
you know what I mean?
Joe Jackson,
because see, I know if you respect me, then you're gonna feel the love that I'm giving you, and so you would have to be an asshole to not reciprocate that back to me. You know, simple as that.
I'm never gonna feel love from respect.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with reflection. As rare as that is, I agree with reflection, because without the love, ain't nothing happening. Especially when it's coming from a kid. A kid got to be able to has to know that they can trust you. If they can't trust you, then they're not gonna respect you. And that's what your kid, whether it's a step kid, whatever's going on, if they can't trust you, they're not. You'll never get them to open up enough to love you to have that respect for you. And
I guess that's what I was talking about when I said generational curses. So I guess that's what a lot of issues that I had. You know what I mean?
But it's
because
not so much curses.
Wait, hold up. I said hold up. But I'm speaking personally. Okay, so from my standpoint, I never felt no love from my father. I've only really felt love from one man who was like a play uncle to me. You know what I mean? But the actual person that I wanted to feel the love from, I never did receive that, which was my father. So I try to do something different. Like I try to give my daughters and my sons all the love that they could possibly handle, you know. But I also, I guess, from an old school standpoint, was stuck on respect. Like that was the thing with my mama. That was the thing with my grandma. You gonna respect me, regardless.
But
You
a
know,
lot of
and
but a
so,
lot of but a lot of y'all niggas are moving wrong around your kids when you don't think your kids is aware of it. So a lot of niggas is out here talking to another chick and their kids are seeing it and they know you gotta go back to their mother. You out here at these parks, you out here at these events, and sometimes you will bring your kids, or sometimes it might not be at an event. So a lot of times as men, you gotta hold yourself accountable because if your kids see you when I'm out with my two daughters, if they watch me to see if I'm and they know me and their mother's not together, but they still haven't got over it. So they'll say, first thing they'll say is, I'm gonna tell mom, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. So that right there let me know they're watching to see how we're moving, even in our healthy relationship. So we got to take some accountability as men to make sure that we're not the ones that destroying and demobilizing the love that our kids would have for us. But due to they saw some funny actions around coming from us, maybe that's part of the problem. Not to play the
but when
devil's
it's a
advocate,
but when it's a separation and you talking to somebody else, that's not disrespect.
because that's a separation to you, but it's not a separation to those kids. Those kids are still
Okay,
attached to
but
the person
see,
that you walked away from. They're still attached to
but
that
that's
person.
that,
So you
Yeah.
can't rush this attachment. You can rush yours. I'm not saying you can rush yours, but maybe you over yours, but they're not. So for you to apply your emotions to your kids, then I think that's kind of wrong because you got to give those kids time to get over that. They're not ready to see you with another girl. They're not ready to see you go out on a date and say, "Hey, you guys make sure to take care of the house. I'm about to go out." They're not ready for that. So
Right.
your adjustment is not their adjustment. So it's a lot of barriers that play into the part of making that child say, you know what, I love my father. Oh my God, I love
I
my
think
dad. You
every
know what I'm saying?
situation. I think every situation is different because, like I said, like my father, he was with my mama, then he had another woman, got married to her, had another woman, had a baby by that woman. Like
So that
I
didn't
I
affect
I
you.
I, I
That didn't affect you.
said that it did. I said that it
Okay.
did. I said, but it affected me in a way of relationships with a woman, not a relationship with my kids.
Well, hey,
Well,
let me I got
that's
Chris. We got Chris Mike, man. Let him get his 2 cents in on this, man. He been sitting there patiently. Hey, Chris, so we talking about it's
Uh,
important for your kids to see the woman of the house, man, showing the father some love, man, and affection.
Yeah, it's important, dude. With me and my son's mother, that was what we did. It was very, very loud around the house. Like, we did show a lot of affection.
It went quiet.
You went mute. You went
You
mute,
went
Chris.
Yeah, you went mute, Chris, or something.
made me stop talking.
It went quiet.
Well, I
But you
personally feel like
but you reflection. But you right. You are right about how a man is supposed to move in front of his kids, as far as how he's supposed to allow the things that he's supposed to allow his kids to see from him from a different perspective,
you,
as
you
far
know a
as
lot of a lot
so you're right about that. I was just saying that the things that I experienced hindered me from, because see, I wasn't moving like
understand
crazy.
that.
Like my kids ain't never seen no crazy shit like that. You know what I'm saying? As they were kids, that had never happened. you know. But
With me, not to try to brag on myself because I had a blessed opportunity, but with me, I always wanted to make sure that my kids didn't have shit on me. I wanted to make sure that my two daughters didn't have nothing on me, and even though they love their mother, but
But
my kids can never. My kids don't have nothing on me where they can say, "Well, Dad, this is why we disagree with you because you did this, that, and the third." I never brought another female around my kids that they wasn't aware of. I never brought a female around my kids that I didn't introduce them to beforehand. But I made sure that that was at a distance. Whereas on that other end, it was totally different. Anytime she was around a dude, she brought them around. She didn't tell them about them or none of that. There was no preparation. So I always wanted to make sure, as a man, what do my kids think of me? So that's about all I'm paying. You have to make sure, as a man, what do your kids think of you? When you wake up every day and you're going about your single life or you're going through a divorce, you have to focus on those kids and you have to ask yourself, what are my kids going to think about this? Because it's no longer about you and the woman that you was with. Now it's about you and the relationship with your kids.
But
I get all that. And what
we keep going back to the kids and the father relationship. But the topic at hand is how is your baby mother or your wife or your girlfriend, whoever you got kids with, how is she treating you in front of the kids? That's the topic. It's not about
you have to ignore. You have to ignore.
Hey, let him finish. Flexion. Let him finish.
The topic is how does that woman treat you in front of your kids? That's what we're talking about. You keep bringing up the kid and father relationship, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about how the significant other is treating you in front of your kids, or how does she talk about you when you're away? How does the kid, when your name comes up from her, when she speaks about you, or when she treats you a certain way, how is she acting or treating you or talking about you in front of those kids? That's
what you saying is right. What he's saying is right. Rail. What Rail is saying is right, because you could be dad of the year all you want. You know what I mean? But that don't stop the mom from disrespecting you in front of the kids. That don't stop the mom from yelling at you in front of the kids, trying to slap the shit out of you in front of the kids, trying to fight you in front of the kids. You could be all the dads of the years, nigga. That don't mean shit.
Reflection. So let me ask you a question. Reflection. Let me ask you a question.
It's not about what matters. We talking about this is the topic. It don't matter what you feel matters, nigga. This is what we talking about. This is the topic, nigga. Talk about the topic.
Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question, Reflection. So say this, Reflection. Say you cheating. Say you cheating. You doing all type of shit. Should the fucking mama be talking to the kids about you cheating?
No, I don't never think.
Should the mother be talking to the kids about? The mother can talk to my kids about me killing somebody, right? And it won't matter. It won't matter. You know, it doesn't matter because it all depends on the foundation and the bond that I've created with my kids. If you niggas haven't found that secret out on the bond, there is a greater bond that nobody can break. So it depends on how much fertilizer and how much bond that you built with your kids. I got a bond with my kids. No matter what their mother say about me, if she says anything, I don't care what she say. My kids are not going to believe and buy into it because of the bond that I have with them. So y'all got to put in work with your kids. That's it. Stop blaming the woman. Y'all got to stop blaming your ex. Stop blaming the baby mama. You got to look at yourself and say, what do I do to do what she's doing? There's no negative without a positive. There's no negative without
It's clear we got Jaheim on here. You got to put that woman first, ass nigga. Listen, bro, that's not the topic. What we talking about, Jaheim? You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
I'm talking about the kids a long time. I'm not talking about a woman. I just said no matter what the baby mama is saying,
the topic is about raising your kids. Let me ask you this. So when you see little girls that be acting up, getting all the niggas' faces trying to fight them and shit, where do you think she picked that up from?
she got it from her mama.
So that
When
means the
girls
father
act like
failed.
they not scared of the consequences of a man because she thinks she really can whoop this man ass, where do you think she gets that from?
From her mama. Ain't no.
So that means the father failed. The
No,
father failed.
it don't always mean
No,
the
that's a
father
fucking
failed.
lie.
But it doesn't
That
always
doesn't
mean
mean
that
that
the
the father
father failed.
failed.
That don't
It
mean
doesn't
that.
Because
always
see what
mean that the father failed.
that's
Because
why
if the
that's
woman,
why
if the woman is not allowing, if the woman is not allowing, and she's weaponizing her kids to not be, for the father to not be in their life, it ain't always that the father failed. And that's what we mean by this is what do kids need to see the love to see their father treated a certain way to show love to men, and that's the point.
I
It's
think.
not
So
always the father failed.
so that's why I said earlier that they have to be on the same page when it comes to raising the kids. That's why I said that, Reflection. See, what you got to understand is
they don't.
oh my God. Wait a minute. If the
They don't
kids,
have to be on the same page.
if the parents are not on the same page,
That's unhealthy.
then
You can
that
still win.
means, let me finish. If the parents are not on the same page, that means that the kids are going to choose which direction that they're going to go in. So if they
They're going to
choose,
choose.
hold up. So wait a minute. So if they choose in the wrong direction, how is that the other parent's fault?
They're going to choose the parent that put in the most love.
No,
That's what they're going to choose.
That's not true.
Wait. Okay.
They're going to
So
choose
what if
the parent.
what if love equate? What if love it equals out to my mama give me everything I want, my daddy is giving me discipline? What if
That's not.
if the mom hold up, because the kids is gonna pick getting their fucking way. You can't sit here and tell me that the kids ain't gonna pick getting their fucking way.
You know how I can tell you that? Because when I'm with my kids.
So you got a daughter, she want to go to a motherfucking party. Okay? She want to go to a fucking party. To a goddamn house party. Okay, my daughter was 14. I walked my daughter in the motherfucking house. My daughter was mad because I want to see who the fuck is in the house. I want to see who the fuck grown is in the motherfucking house. But her mama would get mad because my daughter felt embarrassed. Was I supposed to say, I ain't gonna do that shit no more? Or if the daughter goes say, I want mommy to take me and not daddy?
Because you did no disrespect to you.
Answer that. Just answer that question.
I'm about to answer it. That's what I'm gonna say. It goes back to the day one time that you knew you had a child. It depends on the bond you have with the child. When I'm with my kids, and
oh my gosh, man.
Let me finish. When my kids are with me, they know I'm not with the bullshit. They know it.
Reflect.
They know that has nothing to do with what I'm saying. That has nothing to do with what I'm saying.
Listen, it goes back to what Snap was saying earlier. If the parents is on the same page, it's going to be one voice, one sound. So
you can't expect that. You can't. That's in a perfect world. That's in a perfect world, Wes. That's in a perfect world. You can't expect the same page.
I didn't say nothing about the perfect world.
Women from Mars, men from Venus. Isn't that what they say?
I'm not saying nothing about a perfect world. What I'm explaining to you is, in a household, the parents being on the same accord, it cuts a lot of the bullshit. If the kids knowing that what they're saying is the word, then they're gonna go by that word. If there's a
Reflection, who's the head of the house?
There's a dispute.
Reflection, who's the head of the house?
Me?
Reflection, who's the head of the house?
I am. You know why? You know why? Because
just listen. The man is the head of the house, right?
No, he has to prove he's the head. He has to prove he's the head. He has to prove that. He has to prove that. He has to prove that. He can't just be the head of the house because he's a dick. Because he got a dick. He has to prove that. He has to win. He has to win. That's the only way he can prove that. He can't prove that because he's a male. I proved it because I won.
See that dynamic is established as soon as the kids become understanding of a man and a woman or a matrimony or a relationship. That is established off the top.
You know how it's established? Whoever can handle the pressure. Whoever
it's
can
not
handle
a competition. It's not a competition. It's a partnership. You're raising a child.
That's what it sounded like, a goddamn competition.
It's not a competition.
It's the acceptance of leadership. It's the acceptance of proper leadership. You have to dominate in proper leadership in order to win.
The woman is never the head of the house. The woman is never the fucking head of the house. Ever.
She can be if she's winning. Can be if she's winning. If that nigga's losing,
wow, nigga, what? No,
no. There is no way that a woman can ever be head of the household.
Come on, a woman should never be the head of your house. It don't matter how much money she makes.
Wait a minute, hold up.
Oh, that's a weak nigga answer, boy.
If the woman is the head of the household,
and it's up to the woman to respect that head of household.
Hey, listen.
And then your woman ain't gonna respect you. Then she gonna raise the kid and respect your ass either. That's where it comes from.
So looking at the topic right now. If the woman is the head of the house, then how the fuck do you expect the kids to respect that man? Right.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm not saying she should be, but due to the man's failure, she is.
Yeah, I agree. In some situations, I grew up in a household where my mom was technically the head of the household because my stepfather failed to lead.
That ain't it.
So in that situation, he's in some situations.
We are not talking about exceptions to the rule. But we're not talking about exceptions to the rule.
But that's not how the structure
exactly how it should be. We're not talking about weak ass men. We're not talking about deadbeat ass motherfuckers. This ain't about that.
I'm talking about man.
You're gonna always be able to find an exception. That's not what the fuck we talking about.
For exception, I'm saying I don't care if you're Samson. I don't care if you're the king of the jungle. If you fail those kids and you fail that household, you automatically put that woman in a leadership position. And she shouldn't be in a position.
We're not talking about motherfuckers that fail. We're not talking about motherfuckers that fail. We're not talking about motherfuckers that fail.
You have to address your failures as a man, because that's how you lose the love.
No, first of all, no man is perfect. No man does everything right. Okay, so understand that. No man does everything right. We make mistakes. We make motherfucking mistakes. That's not what I'm talking about. What we're talking about is the mother of your kids.
How she treat you?
Allowing your kids to see you lead and receiving the respect as head of the household, so that them kids can give the same respect and love to you.
That's because you have to make sure you have to, if you went to the Empire State Building and said you're gonna jump off, right? Guess who they would call? They would call me. You know why they would call? You know why they would call me?
Because you got a case and you gonna go up there and save them.
No, because I know how to negotiate. If you don't know how to negotiate with the fucking mother, to make sure she know her role, then you failed as a leader.
Why do I got to negotiate with
it's a marriage is a negotiation. It's a negotiation.
Listen, I don't need to negotiate. Like it's going to be times where I'm going to ask for the input and ask my wife because I may be confused about something. But ultimately, I'm either going to take her advice or I'm going to stick with the what the fuck way that I think I should go. Because
Let me ask you this:
get decision.
you marry a woman without a ring?
Hey, look, let me say this.
Yeah.
Niggas, any of y'all niggas get married without giving that woman a ring?
Yes, you can.
Hey,
Hey,
look, bottom line is like
Are you
this.
married? Reflection, are you married?
Bottom line is like this. Hey,
So why are you talking about it?
listen.
Are you married? Reflection?
So what I'm saying,
Hey,
it's a
listen.
negotiation. You have to get the ring. That's a negotiation. You have to get the ring.
Listen.
So
Listen. I've been married 32 years. Hey, reflection. I've been married 32 fucking years, homie.
Hold on.
All right.
Hey, here's the thing, man. In order for the household to move in a fluent manner, there has to be understanding. And the understanding comes from the head of the household, which is the man, who is the leader of the household. Now, if your woman, hold on, nigga.
Hold on.
No, let him talk. Reflection, damn, let him talk.
If you and that woman is not on the same page, there will be disorder in your house. I promise you that. So as the lead, you the head coach of the team. Your woman is the star quarterback of the team. Y'all the ones calling the plays. Y'all the ones making everything work. The kids is supposed to be following how y'all move. If y'all moving disorderly, them kids is gonna move disorderly. You understand what I'm saying to you? So a lot goes into how the woman of the house is treating that man. Because if she don't treat that man with respect, what the fuck make you think the kids is gonna give him any goddamn respect? He gonna be fighting for respect in his own house, and that usually comes with rules and fists. Because at the point when the respect don't go, then it turns into the other shit. So that has to take place. Now niggas can argue and go back and forth and all that, but that's the dynamics of how this way this shit is supposed to go. A man is supposed to
Simple as that.
A man is supposed to lead properly. That woman is that woman is supposed to support what that man is saying. And in that way there's no conflict. Right, wrong, or indifferent. If that woman is supporting what that man is saying in that house, you will never have no conflict within the house. Because then the word is understood. Everybody in the house understand this is the standard. Mama say this is the standard. Daddy say this is the standard. This is the way that we got to move. This is the way we got to operate. It'll never be nothing else other than that. But if you got two different things, like I'm gonna give you an example. It's like reflection. Example with that's like reflection. That's like an offensive coordinator giving the plays, and then you got the quarterback coach calling some whole different shit to his guy. Every play gonna be fucked up. Every play gonna be fucked up.
You got a head coach for a motherfucking reason. You got a head coach for a motherfucking reason.
For a reason. And it's the reason why Patrick Mahomes get paid more than Shador Sanders. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you got a star player on your team, that's what's gonna take your team where it needs to go. Somebody has to call the shots. Somebody got to run the plays. And
hey, we go get Chris. Chris, let me see if we can hear you now. Damn, nope. Can't hear you, boy. Wait, speak it. All right, log out and come back in. Christina, they want to get different opinions on here. Somebody in the comments wrote that on YouTube. So go ahead and give us your insight. You being the only woman on here. How important is it for the woman to show love and affection to the man of the house?
I mean, it's extremely important. I mean, just like A.D. West said, that if the woman isn't giving the husband or the man of the household respect, the kids aren't going to respect. It's very important to, one, show affection, keep them first. I always serve my husband his plate first because it goes back to biblical times. I mean, he's at the end of the day, the kids are going to move out. They're going to be gone, and it's just going to be you and your husband. So I make sure that when we move as one. If it's going to be a situation where we need to handle the kids as far as discipline or whatever, then we talk and then we come as one and we execute. There's no mom this, mom, can I do this? And then dad, no. It's dad said it, mom said it, that's what it is. Snaps, I'm going up into the party as well. I'm right with you on side by side. So it's like, it's you have to move in one accord. And like he said, if you don't respect the man of the household, the kids aren't going to respect.
I'm not going in the party. I'm not going in the party.
At the same time, Reflection, I see your point. I mean, it's not a competition, but it is very important for the man to be present and be in his kids' lives, because they need to see that nurturing effect, not just from the mom, but from the father as well. But
you're not getting love without trust. You're not right.
Of course, that's kind of just, you shouldn't have to say that. I mean, if you're married and you're in a household and you're raising children, that trust and that love should already be there. Now, sometimes that trust gets broken, and it's up to y'all to repair that behind the scenes. It's not for the kids to hear your dad ain't shit or your mom ain't shit. You know, your mom. That's not your business. I mean, your children.
Any man who has failed with his ex, it's because he failed on how he moved.
No.
Not all the time.
You never really fail, though, man. You never really fail.
If the woman isn't respecting her husband or showing appreciation, what the hell does she expect him to do?
Not with the relationship, but with the kids. If the kids are trying to figure out who they should follow, that nigga failed.
That's not always true.
If you're talking, there's two different sides of situations. If you all have children and you're not together and you're in separate households, then you still should move as one as far as co-parenting. But it's up to the father to maintain the relationship and up to the mother to maintain the relationship with their children and nurture that relationship. It's not you don't. So you're talking as if it's a competition in it.
Like it's an either or. It ain't an either or.
It's not an either or.
Yeah.
Children shouldn't have to choose between a father and a mother. You know what I mean? They should move as one unit.
Everybody know on the team, if I'm the quarterback, nigga, I'm always the quarterback. It don't matter. I'm always the quarterback. I'm with the same team or not. I could be with the Buffalo Bills and go over here to the Dallas Cowboys. I'm still a quarterback. It don't matter what position.
Shit.
I'm still a quarterback. With my kids, it don't matter me and their mothers together or not. They still know I'm the quarterback. What's changed? I'm still the leader.
What's the topic of this podcast?
That's what Rail keeps saying. What's the topic?
No matter what you are, no matter what you're the quarterback. It don't give a fucking matter. If she's talking shit or treating you like shit, or she's not respecting you, and she's treating you like shit, that's what we're talking about. How is she treating you? How is she talking to these kids about you? How is she treating you? Because if she feel like if she feel like she needs to celebrate Father's Day, if she feel like she needs to celebrate Father's Day, that means she don't respect you, and she gonna treat and them kids ain't gonna respect you neither, because how she's talking about you.
You're talking about relationship with the kids. You're not talking about how fathers should be treated.
That part.
You're talking about how you're relationship with the kids, so they're always going to choose you. I see what you're saying. You're speaking some truth, but you're missing the entire point.
That's not always true. That's not.
Doesn't matter what the mother says when you're not around. It's how strong is your foundation with those kids. And that's what matters. How strong is your foundation with those kids? That's it.
That's always.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Reflection. Have you ever been married?
Yeah.
Okay. So I assume you're not married anymore. But when you were married, was your wife showing you affection and showing you appreciation on Father's Day, on Christmas, on birthdays?
I've never met a woman more gravitating to me than her, ever. I've never. She had a drug problem.
Okay. So what I'm saying is, though, it's up to the woman to initially, and the man, to cohesively bond the relationship to make it strong and to have that. So just like it's up to the man to show
You had a kid with her?
his woman appreciation on Mother's Day, on her birthday, on Christmas, it's equally up to the woman to show her man appreciation.
To the woman. It's not up to the woman. It's not up to the woman. We have to show that woman.
You're right. And you're right. Men are the leaders, right? If a man is coming in and he's not showing that leadership and the woman's doing all that she can to show him the appreciation, but she's not getting it in return, it's time to separate or have a conversation. Vice versa. It's vice versa. It goes the same way.
But I have to guide her. I have to guide her to that acceptance of my leadership.
I guide anyone.
No, I have to guide
someone on how to treat you. They should either know or they're not the person for you.
As a man, it's your job to guide anybody who's in love with you to that connection and that bond. The same way you do in the bedroom, the same way you got to conquer as a man, the same level of expectancy that you guys expect us in the bedroom, that's the same level in leadership and guiding. We have to do that same thing.
This should always find some kind of way to get some fucking in there. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what we talking about.
If you want me,
it all come down how you fucking in the bedroom.
If you want me to stimulate you to the highest level sexually, that means I have to stimulate you to the highest level domestically. Y'all niggas are bullshit. Let me ask
you a question. To the father that the woman is weaponizing the kid and not letting that man see his child, and when she talks about that man, she's disrespecting him, talking crazy about him, but she's also weaponizing her kid, right? To that man. So she don't let him see him. She's taking him to court. She's trying to do child support. She's trying to do all this stuff. She's weaponizing the kid. What do you say about this is what we're talking about? That kid, if that kid sees that and sees the mother talking crazy about the kid, the kids can't see the father, and now these kids grow up. What we're saying is, do you feel that these kids are now affected, or whether if it's a girl or boy, that they're disrespectful? The girls are now being disrespectful to men because of how the mother has treated the father with the co-parenting situation.
It's not effective. You know why it's not effective?
If he can't see the kids. Explain that.
It's all about his reaction to what she's doing. It's all about his reaction. If you hit me and I hit you back, and what do you think that opinion is going to be? But if you hit me and I don't hit you back, it's going to be a different opinion, right? It's going to be a different opinion, right? So it's all about how that man reacts to what she's doing. The kids are watching. The kids are on the sideline. A lot of men are losing because they didn't know their kids are on the sideline watching their reaction to what the mother is doing.
How are they? Reflection. Did you hear what I said? She's not allowing you to see the kids. So how are the kids seeing anything? If you're not seeing the kids, if she's not allowing you to see the kids, what the fuck are they seeing? They're not seeing no interaction between you and the mother because she's not letting you see the kids, nigga. This is what I just said. Are you fucking listening?
So how are they going to have an opinion of you negatively then?
Because she's talking about you negatively. That's what I just said.
No, but you can talk about me negative all the time you want, but the kids know me. If the kids know you
the kids are not seeing you. This is what I just said. The kids are not seeing. So what do you say? What do you say to the situation where the woman is weaponizing the kids and not letting the man see the kids? And now she's crazy about them.
I have to say that because they know me already.
They don't know you. They're not seeing you. So what don't you understand?
If that was the situation,
they don't know you. They know they're not seeing you. She's not allowing the kids to see you. So what do you do?
So the kids have never met me? That's what you're saying?
That not they never
This
met
nigga
you.
tripping, bro.
They're not getting to know you. They're not as they're growing. They're not getting to know you as they're
But
growing.
but they. So you're saying they've never met me, right?
I didn't
No,
say they never met you. I said as they're growing, they're not allowed to see you. They're not allowed to see you. So now these kids
So
are getting older, and she's not allowing the kids to see you. She may move
so
to another state or some bullshit.
so my foundation with the kids has already established. So now I'm able to weather the storm that she's creating.
no, you
I'm able to
can't.
weather
That's
the storm she's
boy, you
creating
wishful thinking right there, boy. That's wishful thinking.
because that's how serious I took having a child. I didn't have my first kid. I was 45. So
That's
you know I
why.
took it.
Okay, okay. You had a first child at 45 years old, so mentally you're gonna be a lot more mature than the average person that's having a kid in their early 20s.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's because
Exactly.
nobody was fucking you.
But
You didn't
that's
lose your
not where a
virginity to
lot of
27,
people's
nigga.
situation
So
is.
they ain't know exactly.
I had my
Oh, why do you say nobody was fucking me?
Because you
How?
say you didn't lose your virginity to 27. That's what you said, nigga. I'm saying niggas was
So
fucking at 22 or something, or if somebody had a kid at 22, 21. Now you said you lose your virginity to 27. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, I
so
gotta go, man, because this shit right here. I gotta go.
you
I gotta go.
so you
I
like
gotta
me.
go, homie. Because
So I'm out here
reflection,
using
I gotta go, homie. I'm gonna holler at you, Freddie. This shit
All
giving me a
right, bro.
headache
All
right
right,
now.
Cordell. Cordell, get off the show.
Like he's never gonna understand, man. Like he's never gonna understand. Like man, he
how?
I don't understand the way reflection be thinking sometimes, man. Like it's like really crazy, man. Like
You should have been on the
shit
last
be simple.
podcast.
Like shit be real fucking simple, man. And reflection goes to the fucking left. Like he just
No, but
Mr. Lover Boy and just like motherfuckers. I don't fucking understand it.
I don't.
Oh my
It's like you
fucking
have a
god.
you have a good point,
Yo,
and then you just go all the way left with it.
Say it
Reflection.
again. He go where? To the motherfucking left.
No, I don't though because no matter what the mother negatively say to my kids, I already created a foundation of positivity.
That's wishful thinking. That's wishful thinking, bro. Like, listen. You could have a kid. Let's say you was with the mom and y'all separated, whatnot. Let's say your kid was only 5 years old, so you knew your kid for 5 years every day. Now she mad because now reflection has a new girlfriend, and maybe the new girlfriend look better than the baby mama because we see how these stories go. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Hey,
she got the new
6
bitch, so
months
now
goes
she
by
mad and in her
fast.
feelings, and she come up with ways to keep the kid away from you.
Yeah.
Day turn to weeks, weeks turn into months, months turn into years. That bond you had with that 5 years, that shit's starting to go like this now.
Yeah, if
You
she's
can't go to
toxic
court
enough,
every day, bro.
she can
You
fuck
can't
that
go to
all
court
up.
every month because if you go into court all the time, what time you got to have a fucking job? You know what I'm saying? So now you ain't got no job. Now you ain't taking care of the kid. That's more ammo she gonna use against you, saying your daddy ain't shit. He don't even pay child support for you. You know what I mean? And so there's a lot of ways that they can use the kid and weapon, like Rel was saying, weaponizing the kid against you. That kid
You
5
can't
years
you
old, they can only remember so much. What happens when the kid 10 now? 11,
you can't
12.
so it goes back to what I said. When you have a kid, you need to understand the severity of having a child. You can't beat
Bro, we
finances.
the
You
men,
can't
we don't make that choice.
do no, I'm
We
saying,
don't
but
we
you
don't we
can't
don't make that choice. At the end of the
The
day, the woman is the last final call if whatever kid coming to this on this earth.
kids are very influential too, man. Like they will listen to their parent, like no matter if the other one's there or not. You know what I mean? That's all they have to listen to. That's all they see. That's how they know. You know what I mean? So they can definitely demonize you in a way that you have to fucking, go your whole life fixing, basically. You know what I mean? It can't happen.
do you know
so
how? Do you know how? Do you know how fucked up a woman got to be for her to lose her child in court? Do you know how
Yeah, yeah,
fucking
yep,
extremely
yep. Mm-hmm.
how extremely fucked up she got to be to lose the child in court? Like, do you even grasp that? So this is
Hey,
the
Real,
point.
before you finish that point, that's right. You nailed that because the first thing I hear, like when I hear a woman that don't have her kid, first thing in my head is, God damn, what the fuck did she do?
Right.
You know what I'm
Exactly,
saying?
yeah.
Right.
That's
Yep.
the first
Yep.
thing that come to my head is, what the fuck did she do that the court didn't even give you your kid?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would it have to be fucked up that the court didn't give her? Why did the woman have to be fucked
Do you
up?
think it's
The
do
reason,
you think it's 50-50?
First of all,
It's hard
do
for a
I?
woman to lose her kid like that. It's
It's
very hard.
hard,
Like,
very
it's very
hard.
hard,
Even
man.
if she ain't got no job.
If she's on drugs, she would still be able to keep her kid, man. Like, she could be doing the bare fucking minimum, not even that. And I've seen it happen many times, man. Like, you cannot trust this system out here. It's no fucking. I mean, out here in
It's
Nevada, I
not
don't know
it's
where
not
you're
a
at, but
system to help families, bro. It's a business like anything else that they make
yeah,
money. That's
yeah,
all the shit is.
So,
yep.
okay, so let me ask you a question. What makes my direction something that you guys would say is the wrong direction? Then how won, and why is it that I can't teach y'all how to win?
It's
Because
not that.
raising a child is not mine. How is it that the
first of
mother
all,
has to take
nobody said your direction.
It's not wrong.
Understanding is, we're not talking about the direction of you and your child. You going off topic is what we're saying. The topic is, do a man need to be shown love for what is it? How kids, whatever. The point of the matter is about a man. How is a man treated that the kids show him love? That's the
It
topic.
depends on how he moves. It depends on how he moves.
It says
So-
kids need to see their dad being loved the right way too.
Right.
That is
It depends
That is the topic.
on how he moves.
Do the kids need to see their love, be their father being loved the right way too? That
They
is
need
the
to see
topic.
that example.
The
And
only way
that
he's
goes.
gonna get is how he loves the mother. It don't matter if they're together or not. It
No,
depends
it's
on
how
how
the mother loves him.
the mother.
But we're not
That-
talking about the mother. We're talking about the father.
The kids are watching
You hear what
you.
the topic is? Hey, you want to put it up on the screen so this nigga can read it? I don't think you comprehend, nigga. Do you hear what we saying?
The kids are only gonna love you according to the love they saw you give. Are you dumb? The kids are gonna love you according to the love they saw you gave. That's it.
Chris Mike.
That's not
Chris
true.
Mike, what you think, man? Let me hear something, Chris Mike.
Oh shit! It's just me. No. Oh man. All right. So I'm hearing a mad echo right now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
Okay, I think I gotta take this shit off. No, I mean, yeah, it's I think it even goes both ways too. Like the kids have to see a healthy relationship. It's very important. It's very important. My kids were kind of wrecked with me and my ex, separated, and I could see it affected them. I don't think she's like that bad mouthy about me. Maybe sometimes, but I don't think so. She can be to me directly, but I think we've been pretty good on that, and trying to keep that very healthy for everybody. But I have seen it happen. It happens all the fucking time, yo. Like I got many homies, and I got a boy. He has 4 kids with his ex-wife, and it's not up to him if he could see these kids at all. She up and moved to Texas. 1 year, a couple years back, man. He hasn't seen his kids for like 4 years now. It's like destroying him, dude. You know what I mean? I can see it. I can hear it in his voice. You know what I mean? I feel like his mental is now affecting now his physical. You know what I mean? Like he's not doing well because of it. He misses his kids a lot, and it's all because of one person there. He really has no choice. You know what I mean? She did put him in jail on some shit. It was weird, but yeah, I don't know. It's fucked
If
up.
your kids, I tell my kids all the time what I went through with their mother, and they knew I survived it, right? As a man, you have to survive what that woman does to you. As a man, you have to survive what your ex does to you.
That no
You
matter
have to.
what though.
But why
That's
did
the
you tell your
first one.
kids that? Why did you tell your kids what you went through? Why did you tell your
Because
kids what you went through with your mother, their mother?
because
Why?
they would say
Because it
they
ain't
were
none of their
sorry.
business.
No,
It ain't
no,
none of their
they would say
business.
It's really
you.
not. Yeah.
They would say they're sorry to me.
It ain't none
They
of
would
their
say
business.
They shouldn't have
they're
to
not
apologize on behalf of their
It's
mom anyway.
that's the problem. It's
And
none of
that
their
goes back to the
business
competition
what you
thing. You
guys went
steady
through.
throwing their mother
to
under
the
the bus
question.
so that you could gain
Let
brownie
me answer
points.
the question. You know what I would tell them when they would say that? I would say, if somebody asks you what love is, tell them it's sacrifice. They knew I showed sacrifice. I sacrificed myself for the love of them and to make sure that I was there for them in every way possible. And a lot
So
of
then
people, when they
basically
have,
you put their mother down to big yourself up.
I didn't put their mother down.
You
How?
did. You had to.
No,
You said you
I didn't.
sacrificed. You said
No,
you
I
You just said
sacrificed.
it. You did.
yeah, for
You
what they
said if
saw.
you saying that you sacrificed, that means that you was doing right and she was doing wrong, and you
No,
told your
that,
kids your mama was
no,
doing wrong.
no, that means that whatever came, whatever storm came, I still stayed fast and made sure I
Why
was
is it their business? Why is it their business?
because your seed. It should be their business. That's
Their
your child. That's
kids.
my child.
Their kids, that's not their business.
That's
It don't
not their
matter.
business.
It doesn't matter the growth. If you planted that seed, it's your job to water it every fucking day. If you planted that seed,
What the fuck are you watering? You telling them that their mama
Let me ask
is
you.
bad.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a
get
question.
the
And
juice.
all of y'all got kids. All of y'all got kids. All of y'all got
You
kids.
don't. I'm involved today, but I'm not involved tomorrow
Let
because
me
of your
ask you a
mother.
question. Let me
I'm
ask y'all a
involved.
question. Do y'all know? Do y'all know people, or do y'all maybe friends, family, whatever, or in your lifetime? Do you know people that had two parents in the household? Parents was on point, and the kids still turn out fucked up. Does that not happen?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yes.
Happens, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if the same way that happens with two parents in the household, and the parents are on point and taking care of the kids and doing what they got to do, and the kid still turns out fucked up. It's from influence from other places, right? So the same way a kid can be influenced from other places is the same way a kid can be influenced by their mother because they put their mother on a pedestal and she's talking crazy about their father. Right or wrong? Is
Right.
that right?
There is no woman that I've ever met.
Regardless of what you do or what you say, regardless of what you do or what you say, there are kids that come out the same way that kids got two parent households, kids got a strict father, kids come out fucked up. There's kids that do bullshit. There's kids that do illegal shit. There's kids that do criminal shit, right? And some of them came from two parent households where the
Yeah.
parents were on point, and the parents is like, I don't know what the fuck my kid was thinking about. I don't know what the fuck was going on with my kid. So the
Two
same
parents probably just the minimum.
right.
Yeah,
So
no,
the
yeah.
same way that can happen with a kid in a good two parent household is the same way that a mother, if she's fucked up or feeling some type of way about the father, if she talks bad about the father or disrespects the father or it could be even a situation where maybe even she makes more money than the father. And she's disrespecting him because he don't make the same amount of money, or he may be the breadwinner and she's shitting on that man because she got more money, and the kids don't respect him because of that. So it's a lot of variables that a kid could not show love to the father or not show love to that man based on what that mother is telling the kids.
Right.
I've never put myself as a man in a weak position to lose to a woman in leadership. In,
Everything in about you, and that's your problem.
but indicate those things.
Everything goes back to you. It's not about you. We talking about in general, in general,
Right.
in life. Everybody's situation ain't reflected.
I think
Amy got his kids. Snap got his kids. Christina got her kids.
You know what? I'm in.
Ben's got
You
his
know what?
kids.
You know why I'm entitled to think that? Because I'm raising a child that's not mine. I know how to get.
You ain't the only one.
You ain't the only one.
I'm raising another nigga's child. I'm raising another nigga's child. I haven't how the game goes. I can tell you that. Yes, it does. Hell, does it does.
How it went for you.
Hey,
How
Biz,
it went for you.
And it ain't no. It ain't no.
Breaking up.
It ain't no.
We can't hear you, bro.
Snap.
Get mad feedback.
We get the feedback from Snap.
Mute him.
Yeah, Snap, go on mute.
I have a right and I'm entitled to speak on it because I'm raising a seed that's not mine. I'm raising another man's child. How do I not have a right and understand the game plan of what it takes to be a leader in a child's life? And to get this, Lord, that y'all say like men need too from their kids, right? That's what the topic is.
No,
men need love from their kids, right?
No, that's not the topic.
That's on point.
Now you.
That's not the topic. I mean to say, Ben, you want to tell them the topic? That's not the topic.
Hey, bottom line is this, man. There is no instructions. There is no rule books to how this shit is supposed to go. So people
instructions. That's a rule book. It's a rule book. How much time? He breaking up. How much time do you realize you got to put when you have a child, when you have a kid? How much time do you realize you have to put in with that child? A lot of men and women don't realize how much time it's going to cost them when they have a child.
That's not
I realized it.
But that's not what we're talking about.
That's talking about, man.
I was backing off of what he said. Y'all niggas, man, y'all put me on a wall when you shoot. Y'all be shooting darts and I even earned them.
You can always tell a nigga that don't get no respect in his house because he yelling and having meltdown.
I guarantee you. I guarantee you. I guarantee you.
That nigga. God damn, nigga.
I guarantee you. I don't even have for it.
That's all signs of a nigga that don't get no respect in the house, nigga.
No, I guarantee you I do. I guarantee you I do.
But see, it's actually kind of funny because you proved this point when you come from a competitive side because you never got that love that a woman should have shown you in front of the kids. So you had to step in and show yourself and then the kids so that you would win because you made it like a competition. But if your wife, hear me out, because you've been talking this whole time, just hear me out. If the wife or your girl or your baby's mother, whoever, was showing that respect for you, serving you dinner, giving you your plate, celebrating you on Father's Day, celebrating every day, and vice versa, there would have been no separation. The kids, you wouldn't have had to feel like you had to compete. But since that didn't happen, now you have to feel like you got to compete for your kids and show them that you're the better parent. And that shouldn't be. That is a result of kids not seeing their dad being loved the right way.
But it changes the narrative. You know what changes that you just said? And you spoke it eloquently. But you know why it doesn't match me, right? Because I never expected that from that woman. A lot of niggas are expecting to earn that praise.
Why would you not expect that from the mother of your child? Like, or your wife?
A woman that has your kid.
You know why?
That's crazy to me. To treat me a certain way. Fuck are you talking about?
You know why I didn't expect it? Because she's a woman.
No,
That's
you know what?
bullshit.
Actually,
That's chauvinistic.
you know what? I just think, you know what?
I call
Here's
bullshit.
what. No, here's what we got to rewind. Here's what we got to rewind. You know what point that he's proven? You know what point that he's proven? He's
Then I'm
proven.
right.
He's proven that the relationship with his mother and father is why he is the way he is now. That's what he's proven. He's proven
No,
that because
no.
because you're the only one on here that will say bitches and all that. Sorry, Christine, but you say this on this when women on this panel, you don't show these women respect. You call them you saying the B word, right? Every time women on this panel, even last time, I think somebody asked you to stop saying the B word and you still said it, right? And therefore,
I'm
so this is my
woman.
point. So this is my point. You didn't see you all you saw was like you said, all you saw was you didn't see your mother loving your father. You saw your father backhanding your mother all the time. And this is why you act the way you act now with how you talk about women and how you treat women. And this is and this and honestly, you need therapy, brother. But I'm telling you, you showing clear examples. You showing clear examples of what we talking about of a man of you not seeing your mother love your father, and even though you may not be out here abusing women, but verbally you do. Verbally you abuse women. Verbally you talk crazy about women. You do all the time.
I
You do all the
I
time. Call them the B
because
word. Oh, women going through this. You always talk bad about women. So even
I
though
don't
you're not abusing them, but mentally, verbally, you do abuse them. And that's a clear example. You're a clear example of your mother not loving your father because she was getting
you
backhanded on.
you you know I dispute that because
You can do it
I
all you
only
want. You can prove my point.
I only attack, let me say it. I only attack women's actions. I've never attacked a woman themselves. I've only attacked their actions. So that says what you just said was a lie.
It's
I
not a
never
lie.
attacked herself.
You
I've
always
attacked her.
yeah.
Every,
You
every,
still attack whether you attack their action, you're still attacking them. That you can like that
makes
doesn't even make sense what you're saying.
listen.
I didn't attack
Okay,
them, I attacked their action. So you're still attacking women. Because every time you talk about women, you say, oh, women ain't shit. Women can't be faithful. Women disloyal. Women this, women that. You always talk bad
listen.
about women in a negative light and
Okay,
categorize all women in this box of women ain't shit. That is the narrative that you paint. If any woman
okay.
come in here and listen to any of the past podcasts, I'm sure they will all and Christina being a woman, I'm sure she agrees with me. Every time you've been on this podcast, did you not get the the energy from reflection like this nigga need a hug because he hates women? Is that
It's
not
always
how you
been.
feel?
Lala Loopsy pointed it
Ask the
out.
woman how she
Clearly, you
feels.
should
I'm not
post
talking to
it.
you. Is that
If
not how
if 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 you recall at the beginning, I said generational curse.
yes.
And I said that at the beginning.
Hmm.
That was the first thing that came out of my mouth.
Yep.
And so what I wanted him to understand is that we don't realize the generational curses that we follow.
Hmm.
That really like plays a big part in our adulthood. And I don't think reflection sees that. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like
I
Well,
don't
the
have
like
generational
I
curses
saw
are
that. Like
subconscious
listen, I
anyway.
saw that and I tried to change that. It just
Hmm.
was it took me a long time to change it because I didn't really feel like it was anything wrong with it.
Right.
But I see that reflection hasn't dealt with any of that. Homie, I went to counseling for 12 straight months. 12 straight months of therapy, man. And it helped me to understand a lot of things that I thought was right wasn't right. You know what I mean? And it took me to go through that, and that's how my marriage faltered. That's how my relationship with, well, not my relationship with my kids, but me seeing my kids develop the way they developed, making the
Hmm.
choices that they made was because of the things that they saw from the
Right.
generational curses that I put on them, me
Hmm.
and my wife. You understand what I'm saying? And so you got to understand that a lot of things have affected you as a kid, and you have grown into still dealing with those, not dealing with those things, and that's the way why you think the way you think.
But I've never treated a woman like a bitch. I've never treated a woman that I met like a hoe.
Okay, but we didn't say nothing about how you treat a woman. We saying how a woman treated you, and how your kids seeing your woman treat you.
The
That's
reason
what we're saying.
but
How
I
how is your woman? How is your kids seeing your woman treat you? Show
they treat
you
they're
love.
treating they're treating her as the failure, and they're treating me as the leader, as the winner.
Okay. So, and that's what I said because see, you said earlier that you told your kids how you sacrifice. And so if you telling your kids
Like,
that you
let me treat her like
sacrifice,
that.
wait, listen, hear what I'm saying. If you telling your kids that you sacrifice this and you sacrifice that, that means that you telling your kids that your they mother failed.
No,
That's what you
but I
telling
don't.
them.
No, but I didn't tell them that in that verbiage. They,
But if I got that out of that, if I got that out of that, why do you don't think that your
so,
kids can get that out of that?
Right.
but
Like if you
they,
big, if you putting yourself up, see if somebody make the sacrifice, that means somebody didn't make a sacrifice. So if you made the
but
sacrifice, hold up. If you made the sacrifice, that means you were doing shit right, and you said she was doing shit wrong.
you know what? You know why I can say that, because I never co-signed her wrong.
I didn't ask you why you could say it. I'm saying that you shouldn't even be fucking saying it to your kids.
I never said it. Her
You
actions
did.
told
You
them that.
said you said it earlier.
No, I said love is sacrifice, but I didn't tell them what I went through
Oh
because it
my
was a
gosh. See, reflection.
said.
You don't hear
I
the shit
never
that you say, man. You said I told my kids that I
that
made the sacrifice.
sacrifice.
That was your
That's all.
exact words.
and that they apologize to you. That's what you say.
And then you said
Yes,
that they apologized to you. Why the fuck would they be apologizing to you if you
because
not saying that they mama failed?
no, I didn't have to say it. Their mother showed it. Why
You
would I?
You
said
kind of
it to
Why
them
crazy.
though.
didn't it? How did I tell it? Okay.
You
If I
said, how did
say
you tell them? You told them by saying that you made a sacrifice. You told
no,
them by you made a sacrifice. You
That
know,
nigga,
you
no,
know, you know. Like, okay. Let's just look at it from a spiritual standpoint. If Jesus made the sacrifice for all of us, then we was the one that was fucked up. He wasn't. So he sacrificed for our bullshit. So if your ass made the sacrifice for your wife and whatever the fuck she was doing, that means that she was doing wrong and you were doing right.
and
And
you
you
know what,
said
Jay?
that your kids are smart and you'd have
Yeah.
taught your kids this. So don't you think that they can understand that?
I only told my kids, if somebody ever asks you what is love, I said love is sacrifice.
That ain't what you said. That ain't what you said. Stop
Yes,
switching.
it is. Yes,
That
it
nigga
That
is.
ain't
ain't
what
saying
you
nothing about
said.
love and sacrifice.
That ain't
Yeah,
what the
love
fuck
is
you said.
yes, it
You said people came back apologizing to you, so I don't know.
God, then
Yeah,
why did
yeah.
your kids apologize to you?
you know how that nigga is.
Yo, this
did.
whole
Pain.
Y'all know how
Because
that.
Why did your kids apologize to you?
they were in pain. They were in pain. That's why.
Wait,
Exactly.
no.
snaps,
Hold up.
Chris.
Hold
Stable.
up. So
Christina
you
Unstable.
don't
Chris
think that they
snaps. This
apologized to
means he's
you
moving the
from what you
goalpost.
said to them?
Well, you know that-
He's moving the
No,
goalpost.
Hey,
apologize to me
Minded
because
man
I
is
suffered.
unstable in all his
To me
ways.
because
Okay,
Go
I
back
okay,
and
didn't
okay,
forth.
okay. Hold up. Okay, so if they apologize to you because you
because I
suffered, hold up.
yeah,
So if they apologize to you because they saw you suffering from where your wife or your girl was treating you, right?
yes. What I
Okay,
endured.
so that means that they didn't see your wife showing you love like she was supposed to, right?
Right, correct.
So what is the topic?
Yeah, he got a
because
lot
I
of
saw
trauma.
What is the topic?
That nigga got a lot of unhealed trauma, nigga. You can tell
Kids need to see their dad being loved the right way too.
that shit got.
Thank you. So your kids didn't see you being hold on. So your kids didn't see you being loved the right way from your girl. That's what
but
you're
I
supposed to
got
be expounding. Hold up. That's what you're supposed to be expounding on right now. Is that your kids didn't see you being loved by their mother the right way. And believe
but
you me,
And that
that
affected
affects
them.
them right now.
Yes, that's why they
but
felt the need to apologize.
the reason why I get the love, the high level love from them, is because I survived did my job as a father. I did. You can't just survive the storm. You got to still do the work. A lot of
Wait, wait,
y'all
wait, wait,
niggas
wait,
just
wait, wait, wait. You can't do no work. What work is for you to do if
still be a father.
if hold up? What work is there for you to do if your woman is the one that's treating you right? You're doing the work. You're doing good. So it's nothing that you can do because you're saying you're not doing anything wrong. You're saying you're sacrificing. So you're sacrificing because she's treating you wrong. And your kids are
No,
seeing that. Hold up. And your kids are seeing that. How old are your kids right now? How old are your kids?
12 and 9.
Okay, so believe you me, once they get into a relationship and start having a relationship, that's going to affect them.
It's
That's
gonna
going
affect
to
it.
affect them.
Gonna affect it from her side, not mine.
Okay, but
It's
that's
going
what
to
we're
affect
talking
them how
about.
they enter a relationship because they haven't seen that nurturing side. They've seen it from you,
Hey,
but
look,
you can only teach them so much. They're young girls. They need to learn how to treat
Right.
a man.
and
And
that,
that's what Snaps is talking about, generational curses.
that's where the
Because it
topic
keeps
comes.
cycling and it keeps cycling. And 20 years down the line, we're not going to have solid marriages. They're going to end in divorce after a few
But you
disagreements.
can't. But you can't. But the same strength that you find in a man, you can't find that same strength in a woman. So that's what makes my strength more impactful than when they get
There's
in
different
relationships.
strengths. You can't compare the two.
Yes, you
No,
can.
You can't
man.
compare
Your
the two.
woman, your daughter is gonna emulate your mother. She's not gonna
No,
emulate you.
they're not. No,
She's
they're
probably
not.
gonna
Yes, they
emulate your
are.
mother.
Yeah,
No, they're
watch
not.
yourself.
Your daughter's
No, they're not.
probably gonna emulate your mother because she's a woman, and
They're
so
gonna.
she's
They're gonna.
listen. She's a woman, and they're probably gonna emulate their mother
You better come
because
against
they're
that
women.
generational curse now. I
They're
speak
gonna
that over
emulate
them
with.
now.
A child is gonna gravitate to where they was most safe at. A child is gonna gravitate to where they was most comfortable at, and that's what they're
Okay,
gonna emulate.
hold up.
No, they're gonna gravitate to whoever's gonna let them get away with a lot of shit too.
That's what that's what the fuck I've been telling his ass. See, that's what I've been telling his ass.
They want to go where it's easy. Trust
See,
me. These kids, your kids are still
get
kind of
their way.
young,
Kids
bro.
play
Like,
games.
yeah,
Kids
they
play
fucking
games. So
yo.
if they getting away from their mama and
Oh,
instruction
just
from their
wait till they hit
father,
that middle school age.
they listen, bro.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
ain't listen, man. I got a 32-year-old, a 29-year-old, and a 21-year-old daughter. Okay? I see how these things affected them in their relationships now. Okay? I
My
see it.
oldest,
And
my
I'm
oldest child,
telling you, boss,
my
I'm
oldest
telling
child.
you, listen, I'm telling you, it's gonna affect them. Watch.
It depends on how you water it, brother. It depends on the
Man, you can
fertilizer.
water how the fuck you want, man. I'm telling you, homie, what they saw. What they see, dog.
Women,
Not gonna do it.
children pick up way more than you think that they actually pick
Like,
up.
damn,
Yeah,
homie.
they
Women,
do.
women, women, women fail to realize that they gravitate to leadership. My daughter's a
Okay. So
leadership.
tell me this then. They
Bullshit.
saw
They
their mama treating
gravitate.
you. Oh,
Women
so
are
tell me
natural
this.
nurturers.
Look
They
at this.
gravitate.
They saw your
Children
mama.
gravitate to their mother naturally.
Yeah,
Look at this. They saw
So
their
how many
mother treating you. Hold
women
up. They
do you
saw their
know
mother
have a
treating you a certain
figure?
way, right? They saw their mother treating you a certain way, right? How she wanted
Yes,
to, right?
yes,
And you still was there, and you still was supposed to be the good man, the man to make the sacrifice, right?
yeah.
So what makes you don't think that they're gonna do the same thing and feel like the man is still gonna stay there, regardless of how the fuck they treat him.
Because I was more successful than their mother.
We're not talking
Doesn't
about
matter.
that. So what they the man that they gonna be dealing with is more successful than them. So the man that they
No,
gonna be dealing with is more successful than them. What makes you think that they not gonna be treating him the same way she was treating you?
because
Hold up.
because
Listen to this. Listen, you gotta really listen to this and hear this. And not listen to answer, homie. Really understand what I'm saying. They saw their mama treating you like shit.
Like
And
shit.
you stayed and you sacrificed. What makes you think
That's what they
that
gonna
they not gonna do a man the same way because they know he gonna stay and sacrifice?
do.
because there's no success in chaos. That's why.
Oh, nigga,
Oh
listen.
my
That
fucking
doesn't
god!
negate the fact that they're still
What that they
Success in,
like they still just because it ain't
there's
no success in chaos. Listen, as far as they concerned, they saw nothing but success because you didn't leave.
I did my job for them. That's what the success.
Okay,
but you're not being a
so that's
leader
going to be the
for
same thing
them.
that's going to happen with them. They're going to feel like that man is still going to do his job no matter how the fuck I treat him.
No, he's going to do his job for the kids. Not going to do a job for her. They know I did my job for them, not for her.
But
You know
your
what?
kids are still treating that man like shit.
No, but I'm not doing a job for them. They're not going to get with a nigga and say, "Oh, I got a bitch. He going to take care of me." No, he going to do a job for the kids.
We're
They know
not
I
saying that. That's not what we're saying. We're talking about
they say they're going to be in a
because
relationship and say the
what
nigga
we're
going to stay.
talking about is how these kids, how they saw their father being treated. They're going to
So
emulate that
same
same
to the
action.
so you said they're gonna do the same for the guy to get with that guy doesn't matter, the kids matter. So they're gonna say, long as if he's
No,
taking
now we're
care of
talking about when your kids are grown. Now we're talking about your kids are grown now.
It,
So
Let
now
me let me
your kids
let
are
me let me
grown.
give you some insight here a little bit, just kind of a history of my background. So my dad died when I was 6. My mom remarried a dude. I did not get along with him at all. So technically, I was raised by a single mom. He wasn't shit, right? My mom treated him. She still fed him. But there was no affection. She kind of treated him like he was just there to help with my brother and my sister, right? So that's what I had growing up, showing, okay, the woman has to go and get it and wear the pants and the skirt and be both roles. The man isn't the head of the household, it's the woman, because she's making the money and she's doing what she needs to do. She's cooking, she's taking care of us, she's doing all of that. Okay.
said that earlier.
Yeah. So I went to Bible college, right? In Bible college, I learned about the roles of the household, spiritual, the head of the household. I went to marriage family ministry, all of that, right? I had to relearn and redo my thoughts as far as, my thought process because of that generational curse, right? So then I get married. In the marriage, I'm still kind of falling back initially, and I'm still showing affection here and there, but I'm alpha female, right? I'm paying the bills, I'm doing what I need to do. You need to do this, you need to do that, and I'm not showing my husband that respect. In turn, that caused him to back off and then show me disrespect. And so now we're clashing, right? The kids are seeing it, obviously. It's affecting them in school, it's affecting them in just everyday life on how their relationships are with their peers at school, right? We're back now, and we've kind of come back under an agreement, right? And we're showing that mutual respect. In that turn, the kids now see, okay, and my daughter's 19, my son's 14. We've had the conversation. They're like, wow, it's like night and day that, that the kids can see that, you know what I mean? Because of how I treated him. And then because of my reaction or how I treat him, he's now giving more, you know what I mean? And vice versa. He's showing more attention. He's doing more around the house. He's doing more as a husband. And that causes me to want to do more as well, which in turn nurtures the kids to see what a healthy relationship should look like. So
So I said, so you prove my point. I said earlier, a man is only deemed leadership according to his success in the home.
you missed
Okay, hold up.
you missed
Let me
what I was
stop you
trying to
right
say.
there. Okay, I'll give you an example. Okay. Me and my wife, we got 4 kids. All my kids are by my wife. Okay. When my wife was growing up, my wife, she had a father, then she had her stepfather. Her stepfather used to treat her like shit. But her mama, she felt like never protected her from this man. Treating her like shit, acting like shit, whatever, calling her fast, all this old bullshit. She never felt like her mama protected her from him. As she got into a relationship with me and we start having kids, I wasn't like none of that man that I wasn't nothing like that man that she grew up with. But she still felt like no matter that I was a father or not, right or wrong, she felt like she had to protect her kids from me. And we clash. That's what I'm talking about when it comes to generational curses. These are things that she saw when she was young. These was things that she experienced when she was young, and she
Right.
brought it into her next relationship. And it
Exactly.
hurt us. It hurt us bad.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? And
Yep.
she'll
So
account to that, and she'll tell you that right now to this day. You know what I mean? That these
I,
these things
I believe
cost
that.
us.
I
So these
believe that.
things
But
cost us. So what I'm saying is that the same thing that happened to my wife, don't think that it can't happen to your kids, to your daughters when they
I
get
think
into a
anything.
relationship. And it don't
I,
matter how the fuck you are. It don't matter who you are. It don't matter what leadership you put out. What they saw is their mother. What my wife saw is her mother.
but my
That's
kid.
what she
But my
saw.
kids. But what I've established with my kids is when they get in a relationship and that relationship go bad, they're going to focus on what I did with them in my relationship
Know
in
that.
retrospect
You do
They're going to
not
look
do
know
at that.
that.
They're not going to
with
look
their
at what you.
kids. No, with their kids, not with the relationship, but with their kids. So
You
West
don't
said,
know
so
that. You do not know that. That's the problem. See, that's what happens with curses is that you don't know which way they're going to go. But what in the things that hit them the hardest that you don't know that they ain't even talk to you about. Cause believe me, it's a lot of shit that hit them that they haven't talked to you about. And you don't know these things.
I do because I'm a full time
You
father.
fucking don't. You don't.
Right. I
This
do
You
because I'm a
don't.
nigga right
Do you
here,
I'm
think that how the things that you felt about your father, the
boy.
things that you felt about your father,
Nigga.
you ain't never told your father. You know, do you really
So-
think
It's
that
so it's so
he
much
knows
it's so much shit that
that
this kid got
you were
going on.
going to turn out
Let me tell you,
the
man.
same fucking way, if not worse?
my father's last words to me was, "I loved you like I love the rest of my
That
kids."
ain't
That
what the
was
fuck I said. That ain't got shit to do with what I'm saying. That
so
ain't
I
got
never
shit to
had
do with nothing.
to
Him
tell him
saying
that.
he loves that ain't got shit to do with what I'm saying. I'm
West
talking
said,
about his actions towards your mother. His because you said he was like Ike Turner and all this sort of shit. That means he was disrespectful and all of that. Well, we
yes,
see
at
that.
the and
Wait a minute. We see that in you every time you come on this motherfucking panel, and it got
woman.
something to do. Wait, hold up. We see
I
that
never
come out of you. Wait a minute. We see that come out of you every time you on this panel, and it got something to do with women. They bitches, they this, they that. Well, Ike
Ain't
Turner
good for
was
never
doing that
laying
to
on
your
your
mama.
back.
You don't
Ike
think that
Turner,
goes that overflows onto your daughters on like how they
Ike
feel about
Turner,
themselves?
Ike Turner was doing that to your mama. See, Ike
it
Turner was
doesn't.
doing that to your mama. Hold up. Ike Turner was doing that to your mama, which is your daddy. Now you doing the same motherfucking thing. We ain't saying what you're doing to your kid. Hold up. We're not saying what you're doing to your kids. We're saying what you're doing. Hold up. What we're saying is that how your father's actions affected you as a man. And so what we're saying is that your kid's mother's action is going to affect them as grown-ups. Just like
It's
your
not.
father's actions affected you right fucking now.
It's
And let me
it's not.
And
quick,
that's
It's not
mic
because
drop on your ass, nigga.
quick
it's because I
question.
took further.
Hey, quick question. Do you think that the era that we grew up in, where the men didn't show a lot of affection, like because the older generation, I'm talking about the
I
generation of,
gotta go, man.
I'm saying,
Oh man, I appreciate y'all, man. I gotta get up out of here, homie.
all right, man. Hey, y'all, the generation that came before us, from them showing lack of affection or the men not showing affection, you think that changed the temperament of our generation?
I think the lack of love has changed everything between a man and a woman, which boils down to their kids. I think everybody is selfish, and that's why the kids suffer. I wasn't selfish with my situation, and I could have been. So that's why my kids haven't suffered. And another thing, another advantage that I had that most men don't have, I was blessed to be a full-time dad. I'm a full-time father. So I'm available when the school calls. I'm available if my kids are sick. I don't have a job to dictate me and say, hey, you called off 3 days in a row. You got to be. I don't have those issues, so I am very sympathetic with most men because most men have to work around their jobs and their lifestyle. But I've been blessed to where I feel like every man, it should be the opposite. Most jobs should, and lifestyle should work around that man's child or that man's kids. And I've been able to work around life with my kids. So I feel like it goes back to what I stated earlier. If you know the seriousness when you have a child, you will understand why you should have made your platform was straight before you had a kid. Because all these other problems that y'all been naming cannot exist or hold weight if you're there as a father creating a greater foundation for your kids. And then Wes, you said you could tell that I don't have respect in my home because the way I'm yelling. Guess who the mother calls when the kids are acting reckless?
Well,
She calls me. Guess who the school calls when they need to get in contact with a parent? They call me. So I get respect for my home. So you can pass that on to some other nigga because I'm not yelling because I don't get respect for my home. And then last but not least, I've never disrespected a female in my life. Any of my exes that has dated me and you found them out, they will always speak highly of me because my exit was always greater than my enter. I've always exited. My exit has always been great. I've never exited an ex and it's been chaos ever. All of my exes, they can talk to me today and it's good. I don't treat women the way I get on here and yell and talk, but I yell at their actions. It's their actions that I talk about. It's not the woman herself.
You didn't came on here and disrespected women that was on the panel. You done came in here and it came damn near the blows and heart attacks on the panel.
Never call them a bitch. Never call them a bitch.
Okay.
It was their response to that.
Remember, Dana ain't been back on the show since that time he got into it with her.
Exactly.
Yeah, because she can't accept leadership.
Have some unhealed trauma.
Leadership.
Comes to women.
She can't accept it.
Comes to women.
Because it's coming from aggressive stance. Women don't like aggression. They like sensitivity. And I'm not here sensitized with that.
All right, well, we gonna go back. We'll lead back in on the next show. We'll start off with sensitivity. But yeah, man, we've been over 2 hours. We gotta go to work in the morning, but yeah, that nigga real tired. I know what he doing. He itching that head, Chris. And I know it's goddamn midnight where you at. And so shit. Well, yeah, man. Appreciate the show, man.
What's the young lady's name? One moment. What's the young lady's name? I'm sorry.
Christina.
Oh, okay. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need more women on the podcast. So if you want to come on again, whatever, don't let me detour you if you got a woman come on. But we need more of a different gender to come on the podcast and just a lot of the males, because you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna try to have respect for the women now because Aiden just said something.
It's good.
Yeah. Man.
This nigga crazy, boy.
I never contradicted myself ever.
Always, man. But yeah, Christina, yeah, come on anytime. You already know that. But shit.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Appreciate
salute to all y'all, man. Appreciate y'all taking y'all
No
time out
worries, man.
and coming
Yeah.
on tonight. Hey, I do want to get into that big ticket thing, though, man, about that DV case, man. So,
Yeah.
shit, I might well get that tomorrow. 'Cause that's gonna be live. That's gonna be something to talk about. You
Let's
know
do
what
it.
I mean? So we had to get one of these Oprah Winfrey Book Club topics out the way. So yeah, maybe get into the real shit tomorrow. So, but yeah, thank y'all for coming on again tonight, man. Appreciate y'all, man, and we out.
All right.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.